is Shubham from Monist View, and today we are going to discuss something related to startup finance. In India, we have lot of unicorns, but majority of them or major portion of the number of unicorns in India are actually incorporated outside India. So in this podcast, we will discuss about the structure and what is this flipping of incorporation abroad, which happens in many of these unicorns. So let's take background of this. Recently we have seen lot of hype about the startups registering for the primary markets in India, that is Indian Stock Exchange. Did you probably heard about Zomato IPO, which is the largest startup listed in Indian Stock Exchange? And if you are curious about the next startup, then let me tell you, Zomato was the first in the list, as this list will have really a promising name in it, starting from Paytm, Policybazaar, Zerodha, Byju to many more. Few of them has filed red herring prospectus as well to the SEBI. This party is just started and it will go on and on and on. Today we are going to discuss one of the very important topic related to startups. This is the place of incorporation of these startups. Did you know that India's first unicorn startup, InMobi, has a headquarter in Singapore? InMobi is not just one, but there are a lot of Indian unicorns with their headquarters in the foreign countries, like for Meesho, Postman and Razorpay, their headquarters are in USA. On the other hand, Droom, Car24, Nykaa, FinLabs, these are the startups where their headquarters are incorporated in Singapore. All have an Indian founder who have started off in India. A significant number have operations and primary markets is in India. Nearly all have developed their IP address, that is intellectual properties, using Indian resources in India with the help of human capital and assets as well as government support, but still their headquarters are registered outside India. Why? Because of flipping for their operation. So what is this flipping? Flipping is a commonly agreed results in a materially adverse impact on a national economic interest, as the nation loses out on significant tax revenue, while ownership of critical data as well as intellectual property is also transferred abroad. It effectively becomes a structure to transfer value creation from India to overseas territory. Since most of business is still being done in India with team based here too, it becomes a way for foreign investors to gain from India's wealth of resources and advancement by bypassing our laws and regulation. So this is basically a tool normally used by the foreign investors or institutions while providing funding to these unicorns, so that they can transfer their head office from India to outside India for ease of doing business as well as laws. There are more developed nations available which provide a very handsome amount of exemptions for startups, and it is very easy for the capital gain. So this is all about the flipping. Now let's understand the major reasons for the flipping. Number one is avoiding Indian regulatory landscapes, Indian law tax as well as scrutiny by Indian authorities. The second most important reason is various international investors force their investing company to flip abroad and sometimes even keep this as a condition for their investment in this startup, as they want the data as well as the IP of to be headquartered overseas where they will put their money. Third most important reason is most of the business is from overseas clients, and these clients wants to contract with overseas partners company only. This is not a valid reason through, because the contracting with overseas subsidiaries will serve the same purpose without flipping the company. Moreover, Indian IT sector firms like Infosys, Hindustan Corporation Limited, etc. have managed to do a meaningful business in a various overseas territories while being headquartered in India. The fourth reason is favorable foreign policies that nations like US, Singapore have adopted also attract startups and innovators. Some of these policies are lower corporate tax, fixed GST, zero capital gain tax rate, double taxation avoidance treaties, simple majority vote on a crucial issue, evolving IP protection laws, and the last reason is desire for publicly listed overseas with an assumption that valuation are higher due to deeper pool of investors. So what are the implications of a flipping? Flipping leads to immense economic and national loss, as an Indian company become a wholly owned subsidiary of a foreign corporation despite 90% plus value created from India, resulting in loss of all future tax on capital gain, public listing, operational profit, etc. Current economic outlook is dominated by industries that started in the 80s and 90s. One of the sector is IT sector, where we are seeing giants like TCS, Infosys, HCL, etc. Similarly, Indian economic's future is expected to be dominated by modern tech startup as well as modern tech company which are based in disruptive innovation. If these IT giants would have a flip abroad in their early years, India would have lost out of the country's GDP's growth attributable to these companies becoming a big along with the national pride of having such homegrown entities that create millions of jobs a year. Moreover, various such companies hold critical consumer data and intellectual property whose ownership essentially transfers abroad. Most of these companies are growing 100 to 100% annually and are increasingly capturing more and more critical consumer data. Flipping imposes a security threat on critical data also results in a substantial loss of possible future value creation from all associate intellectual property of a company. Flipping startup circumstance in Indian laws as well as the other legal regulation and gain unfair advantage over the domestic counterpart. Due to foreign headquarter structure, Indian government can't determine source of money backing these companies, which can result in a security issue for nation in cases war like activity rising in future. For example, money from neighboring countries is only allowed in Indian domicile startups after requisite approval, but overseas headquarter startups do not need such an approval. This is a further incentivized flipping. Foreign investors are keen to take advantage of India's growing economy, and flipping make it possible for them to circumvent come into the country. This set in motion in vicious cycle. Then, as more and more overseas investors start seeing flipping as a legitimate ask without concern of loss to India. Loss of depth in Indian public market, as all these flip startups will do list in overseas. Now let's discuss the possible ways to disincentive this flipping. Number 1. Need to simplify the compliances for startup and rationalize taxation so that their limited cash reserve and operations bandwidth are not blocked. Second one is need to simplify these startups registration norms and reduce the current restriction on domestic as well as foreign investor. Number 3. Enable smooth incorporation and more specifically exit norms for the foreign investor. Last but not the least, create advantages for Indian domicile startup in sector that have a sensitive data around Indian consumer and merchant like financial services, defense, healthcare, and most importantly other various area where we are finding difficult to survive. So what is the bottom line? Startups are the future as they build wealth for society through innovations, and we as a society as well as a country need to support them with ease of doing business to grow simultaneously. The goal should be grow together and be wealthy. Thank you guys for listening with us. If you want to read the full article on this, you can check the link in the description. Thank you.